my name's Amy, and today I'm going to be doing my very first and only cooking video so far. I am going to be making a recipe that I saw on Pinterest that I was really interested in, and it is cauliflower wings. Now, you're probably thinking, wings, cauliflower? I know what you're thinking because I like wings. So I'm hoping that this will be a good substitute on days that I have to behave myself. So we're going to see how this goes. They had 3 different versions with this recipe. The first one was a buffalo sauce, which I'm a fan of heat, but my kids won't eat it, nor will my husband. So today we're going to do the buffalo or the barbecue version of it, and they also had like a salt and vinegar. Not a fan of that. So we're going to try just the plain and simple barbecued cauliflower meatless wings and see how it goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these up into little floret sizes, and I will come back because I'm not going to make you watch you. Let's try this again. I'm not going to make you watch me cut this very slowly so I don't chop my fingers off. While I'm doing this, my oven is preheated to a scorching 450 degrees. That's a hot oven. Today it's 90 outside and my oven is 450, so we're going to be warm in here by the time this recipe is over. So like I said, I'm going to cut this up. I'll be back. Okay, so I got my cauliflower all cut up into little floret sizes, and I kind of left a little bit of a little itty bitty stem on here just for something for me to grab a hold on to dip them in the batter. We're going to go ahead and start getting the batter going. Like I said again, your oven needs to be set at 450 degrees. I got mine preheated. I can feel the heat coming from it already. It's pretty warm. So that's going. The other trick to this recipe is that you want to make sure that your cookie sheet that you have is lined with parchment paper, not wax paper, parchment paper. If you do not do this step, your wings will stick. You will have a mess, and you might as well throw the whole pan out in the trash. So, like I said, line it with parchment paper. So, let's go ahead and get started with the batter. I have to move my stuff around here a little bit. So, with my batter, your first thing you're going to put in is flour, which I did not get out, so hang on just a second. I did not get out my flour. Sorry about that. Here I thought I had all my stuff together, which I obviously did not. This is my very first cooking video, like I said, so bear with me here just for a little bit. So, your flour, you're going to need 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. And I didn't get that out either. Sorry. Hang on a second. I thought I did, like I said. Where? Don't have my stuff together today. Oh, my goodness. Well, we're just going to keep going with this. So 3/4 cup of flour. Let's get the right measuring cup too. So let's go ahead and put this in here. And just for a little shout out, my daughter is sitting here at the kitchen counter being ever so quiet. So she is sitting here so I don't talk to myself and ramble. So it's kind of like I have somebody in the room with me. So we're going to put this in your bowl. Again, that's 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. You're going to have a 1/2 cup of milk, 1/2 cup of water, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. There's 1. Here's 2. And then 2 teaspoons of onion powder. Unfortunately, I was at the store today getting all these things. Thought I had onion powder in my pantry, which I did not. So I have some minced onion that I have in here, and it's almost gone, so there's a lot of powder left at the bottom. So I'm just going to use this and see how that works. And then I'll have to get onion powder for the next time I do these, because I have a feeling these are going to be fabulous. So we're going to do this. There's about 2 left in there, so we're going to put that in there with the powder. So that was the 2 teaspoons of onion powder. My other seasoning that we're going to put in here is my favorite. Boy, I really do not have my finger things together today. I thought I grabbed the right thing. I got a little bit ahead of myself apparently when I was doing this video. When I was putting everything together, I was a little excited to do this. Cumin. I love cumin. Cumin is my favorite seasoning. But you're only going to need 1 teaspoon of this, because a little bit of this will go quite a ways. I want to make sure that I don't have any big clumps in here. So 1 teaspoon of cumin. And then 1 teaspoon of paprika. Now I have a regular paprika and I have a smoked. This says new on this bottle. I don't know how new it is. I like the smoked. It has just a hint of like a barbecue, like it would remind you of a barbecued smell to it. So we're going to put a little under a teaspoon of this, I think, because I'm going to throw just a tad of the smoked in, just for flavor. And I might just do a dash or 2 of this, because I don't want a lot, because you're going to have the smoked flavor from your barbecue, but we're going to put in a little bit of paprika there. And then you've got 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. My little handy dandy salt holders. 1/4 of a teaspoon of that. And then 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper. So then you're just going to whisk it all together. We're going to whisk it all together till it becomes a little batter. And I'm going to push this camera down just a tad bit so you can see what I'm doing here. So like I said again, I was on Pinterest. I saw this recipe. It really interested me because, you know, it's a vegetable and it's covered in barbecue sauce. How good can that be? So I'm a little curious on how this is going to go. And you're just going to mix this up until it becomes a little bit of a thick batter. Mix, mix, mix here. It's kind of a little on the lumpy side, but I think the more you mix with it, the better it will become. Okay, not too bad there. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take your cauliflower floret and you're just going to just kind of dip it in this batter. And you're going to pick it up and you're going to kind of just dot it around a little bit and you're going to lay it on your parchment paper. And you're going to do this until all of your cauliflower florets are covered and on this cookie sheet. So again, I'm going to pause you because I'm not going to sit here and make you watch me dip every single piece of cauliflower. I will come back when I'm all done. One more there. Okay, so I got my cauliflower all battered up. Now, my cauliflower batter was a little light there towards the end, probably because I didn't shake it off enough to let it kind of come off the cauliflower to go back in my bowl. I probably would have had enough with my recipe for the size cauliflower that I had. But I kind of threw them all in together there, what I had left, and stirred it around, and they're covered. So, like I said, make sure that your cookie sheet is lined with parchment paper. So we're going to pop it in the oven, the 450 degree. I know I keep reminding you, but it needs to be 450 because if you don't, these are going to just kind of sweat out and they're going to be super squishy, soft, like you steamed them. So you want to get them hot. So 450 in the oven, 25 minutes. Let's get these in here. Okay, so they're in the oven. I'm going to set my timer. I'll see you in 25 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to share with you my very first video making blooper that I've ever done before. So when I went back to start my camera, I took a picture of myself, and I did that with every step that I thought that I was recording you on. So let me catch you up to speed here. What I have done is I have taken those wings out of the oven because they were in there for 25 minutes. And I was a little nervous because I was worried that that batter was not going to stick to those cauliflower florets because I thought maybe they might have had a little moisture that they were holding onto there. They held together nicely. The batter stuck to the cauliflower floret. So I'm pleased with that there. So what I did is I took all the cauliflower florets off of my cookie sheet. I flopped them into this bowl. See, you've missed a step. I put them in this bowl. I covered them with my barbecue sauce that I had, and I used Sweet Baby Ray's. And this is just the honey barbecue sauce. Now, if it was just me, I would be adding a little bit of spice here. But I covered all my see, I keep wanting to call it broccoli. I covered all the cauliflower florets in this barbecue sauce. I stirred it around. It didn't fall apart. It did not break apart. It was fabulous. So then I laid them back out onto my parchment lined cookie sheet. And then put it back in the oven for another 25 minutes. So I am patiently waiting for these to be done. Now, my daughter was here when I was taking these off the first time and I started to coat them in barbecue sauce. And she said, Mom, why do you have to take that extra step? Why are we putting them back in the oven for another 25 minutes? Well, you're going to get the crispiness, I think, from the barbecue sauce from the oven. I don't know why you couldn't take these outside and throw them on the grill. It's a beautiful day here, a little warm like I said, but it's a beautiful day, so you could take them outside, throw them on the grill to get that crispy grilled flavor from them even as well. So we're going to wait. We're going to see how this turns out. I promise the next time I come back, it just won't be a photo of me. It'll actually be a recording, and then we'll see how these florets turned out. I'm excited. My daughter's excited. She won't admit it, but she's excited too. Thank you. I'll be right back. Okay, so the florets are done for this last 25 minutes here, and I just want to share with you because this is where I get a kick out of things. Can you see that behind me? Look at that oven. That oven is screaming. Those are little things that I'm sitting here as I'm doing this video and I'm noticing, and you know, that's the fun part of this. This is the fun part of cooking, is little things like that. I get a kick out of it. So let me get these out of the oven and we'll see how they turned out. Okay, so like I thought, for this second 25 minutes, you were going to get the crispiness that you would get out of a grill. You know, they don't look horrible here. They look a little soft, I have to admit. But you do have the grill or the blackened marks from the temperature of the oven being so warm. So let's see how these are here. They're not as soft as, they're a little soft. They didn't get crispy like I thought they would. Maybe under a broiler? I don't know. We'll have to, that barbecue sauce ran a little bit. It's a little runny there. You're definitely not going to be able to pick these up and eat these with your hands, unfortunately. You definitely will need a fork for this, with this. It smells great. It really does. It smells fabulous. And maybe, I don't know. We'll try it. Let's try one here. They're hot. Let's get a fork here. Yeah, let's get a little piece. They are hot. Again, I have to be very careful because if I don't, I'll burn my tongue. I won't taste anything for a week. You know what? You can definitely taste the cumin in this, which, like I said, I'm fabulous with. I might even go as far as taking a little bit of red pepper flake and sprinkling this on mine. The barbecue sauce is fabulous. It does have it's a little crunchier than I expected. I expected it to be like basically a very cooked piece of cauliflower, but it does have a little crunchy to it. A little firmer than I thought it was going to be. Let me try another piece. I definitely will be making these again in the future. I might be trying a couple of different things, like I said, maybe under the broiler, out on the grill maybe. A little bit of pepper flake. But like I said, this is an awesome recipe. I'm glad that I tried it. My kids, Marissa, was eating it, so she definitely will be wanting these again in the future. So I hope that you enjoyed my very first cooking video. I will try, if I can figure it out, I will post down below how the recipe, all the ingredients in the recipe. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up because that lets me know that you liked what I did and you need to see another one from Amy here. Again, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy your cauliflower wings.